I finished Cyberpunk 2077 a second time, and I certainly have some thoughts. Although keep in mind I won't be able to do the good video essayist thing, where I have footage that corresponds to the topic at hand, but I'll just download YouTube footage where it's necessary. So here's the story of Cyberpunk 2077. You get the experimental Arasaka chip, gain a mind parasite, and terminal illness combo. And then you die. So what am I missing here? The meat of the game revolves around you fumbling around trying to find a cure for this terminal illness, ultimately failing and dying at the end of the game. So what went wrong? At the start of the game, you are told by Dexter Defraud that in Night City you either die in a blaze of glory or stay a nobody.
Would you rather live in pieces, Mr. Nobody, die ripe, old, and smelling slightly of urine, or go down for all times in a blaze of glory, smelling near like posies, without seeing your 30th?
Your best friend Jackie Wells wants to become the biggest merc in Night City but dies a nobody. Dexter Defraud says he wants to live the quiet life and is immediately shot and killed in a landfill. I think the consensus should be clear. V is going to become a legend in Night City, and because of the terminal illness, he's going to go out in a blaze of glory. So it's frustrating when you spend 80 hours trying to save V's life, and you forget pretty fast that there's a setup in the intro that still needs to be paid off. Your blaze of glory is this heist on Arasaka Tower. It kills Adam Smasher, killing V. It takes about 90 minutes after an 80-hour campaign. There's no build-up, and it just happens. It's disappointing and bizarre, and after 8 hours of hanging out with Jackie Wells, something that is set up so clearly is never paid off. I think the fix is straightforward. At the midpoint of the game, V and Johnny should give up on trying to find a cure and instead go on a revenge heist, calling on Rogue to plan the heist of a millennia. A carefully planned heist would also deal with Adam Smasher, with you laying out complex traps to weaken him before initiating a boss fight where you ultimately win. This way, he doesn't become Adam Jobber when you fight him at the end of the game. So, let's talk about the charismatic Keanu Reeves and the mysterious Johnny Silverhand. After spending 160 something hours playing Cyberpunk, I must know everything about this character, right? Well, yeah, I know that I don't like him. Your first encounter with Johnny Silverhand has him telling you to kill yourself. But he was disorientated from being in your head, so we can all forgive and forget a little gamer moment here and there, right? So, what is it about this certified gamer? He hates Arasaka, he hates billionaires, corpos, and the government. From his flashbacks, we know he's an incredible marksman, using an LMG and one-shotting Arasaka goons with his custom-made pistol. He dates chicks and babes. He's a rock star. He even smokes cigarettes, super cool style. So, yeah, I'm actually lying on most of those points. He is a rock star, and he does smoke cigarettes in like a style that people don't do in real life. I don't know about that one. I'll have to return to the first point about hating billionaires and corpos. But the part about him being an incredible marksman is like a lie. And the part about him with super hot babes is also misleading, because any scene where he interacts with a woman has one party shouting and throwing things at him. Depending on who plays this game, they might find this very realistic. I'm gonna uncover the first point in time, but before that I need to talk about Judy's questline. After the opening, Evelyn Parker goes into hiding and we are tasked with finding her because this was her job. Judy wants to find her friend. After going through a few hoops, we find her in a bad state, and she ultimately commits suicide. Now I hope I don't have to tell you this, but this scene is pretty terrible, so let's see how Johnny reacts to it.
Bird offs herself to express her undying gratitude to you for saving her ass.
Yes, he decides to quip like a Marvel character. The game is treating this properly. The music is blaring at maximum volume, and Judy is despairing in front of your eyes. This is it. This is the nail in the coffin for Johnny Silverhand as a character for me. He's talking to a dead woman in a bathtub that she's ungrateful. How is anything he ever does or says gonna bring him back from this? Yes, he hates on billionaires and corpos, but don't equate this with him having any form of class consciousness or love for the people around him.
I need a woman with a wolf cut to beat me to death. No, you don't. You need healthcare and universal basic income. That's what. Don't get distracted, okay?
I feel genuinely gaslit when people talk about Johnny online. They praise his attitude and his rage, but I struggle to find any. Is being a full-on hater a good personality trait? I don't fucking think so. I don't like it. What is this loser even angry about? He managed to drop a nuclear warhead on Arasaka Tower, and if that doesn't count as achievement, I don't know what does. I can show you a 10-second clip where Yadzli shows enough personality to make me instantly like her as a companion.
Darling, you are aware I can see you digging through my things, aren't you?
Sorry. Anyway, here's her face.
Andra's titties, you found it! I tried using magic to get the face down, but alas.
Johnny Silverhand isn't boring. He's such a piece of shit that if I was good friends with him, I would also be a piece of shit. He also just loves to order us around. Don't waste our time helping Judy. Don't talk to Arasaka. Don't help Takamura. In fact, this fraud gets to have it both ways. He doesn't want you to waste your time helping Judy, but his ass is the first to go, please, please V, please let me have a date with Rogue. Bro, she hates your ass. And what are you gonna do? Use my body to bang a 100-year-old coochie? Hello? He doesn't really do anything too. He doesn't give V any powerful bonuses or anything like that. There are also very few places where his knowledge helps you or he tells you something that's useful. For example, if V is a mercenary and Rogue is the best fixer in Night City, then V must already know that Rogue exists and can ask Rogue for help. Anything Johnny has to say is redundant. The only time Johnny's knowledge is useful is when you have to find Alt Cunningham, an endeavor that ultimately leads you to the Voodoo Boys who short circuit, kill you twice in a row, and Alt Cunningham can't help you either. So how can I finish 160 hours of playtime with him permanently in my head? Because here's the paradox. There isn't enough Johnny in Cyberpunk 2077 to make the game unplayable, and if there was more Johnny, I think I would actually grow to like him more. If they were to give him dialogue in combat, just some random callouts about a flanking enemy or snipers, it would actually make you feel that he's always with you. But when he only shows up in mostly main story quests, you feel like he only exists when there's a cutscene to watch. An easy thing for this would be for Johnny to be confused about the world he's in now. Remember, he spent 50 years in the Crystal of Torment. The world should be new and strange to him, plus if he gets answers for the world as it is, it would serve as an introduction to players unfamiliar with Night City. I'm not done with the writing, by the way. Judy's questline, after losing Evelyn Parker, Judy decides to get better working conditions for the dolls at Cloud. And if you make the wrong decision that is not made clear to you in any way, you fail this quest. In the climax of Judy's questline, you can meet Maiko with the Tiger Claw bosses and convince them at gunpoint to let go of the brothel and let the dolls run it instead. Maiko instead double crosses you and says that she should get a promotion and become the manager at Clouds. If you do the Maiko ending, working conditions don't improve because Maiko is only interested in her own gain. If you kill the Tiger Claws, then kill Maiko, the brothel is raided by gangsters and the dolls are killed. Only when you spare Maiko but cancel her plans for a promotion does the quest actually succeed and the working conditions improve. So, but why? First of all, what is the deal with Tiger Claws assault the brothel? I'll establish this in a bit, but V is nothing short of a monster. But they don't call us for help or we don't assist protecting the brothel. They would rather die before they would rather call V for help. What is the deal with having to let Maiko live? If you let her rule the brothel, she doesn't have the workers' interests at heart either. Maiko has always been self-serving from the word go, and there's no reason to kill her, but also no reason to let her live, especially after she double-crosses you. Her death should have no bearing on the outcome of this quest.
Maybe this game looks good, but what if they were to put in like a lady wearing a weird dress, like a dress that like a maid might have worn but has actually never worn? And what if her breasts were just so large, so impossibly large that it boggled the mind?
There's a reputation system. One that goes up with levels but is not tied to it. It generally describes your playstyle, but one thing it doesn't do is that it doesn't change the way that NPCs react to you. If you're level 50 stealth build, then nobody should actually know who you are, only having grainy footage of you with your face covered. But if you're a level 50 solo, everybody should shit their pants when they see you pull up, and you should have wanted posters and billboards that scream your name and bounty across Night City. But that never happens. The first thing I think of is because you aren't that big in the grand scheme of things. Except you are, because you can kill Adam Smasher. Because you can kill half a dozen men every gunfight and you can get into 200 or 300 gunfights in a playthrough. Except you can save the life of the president of the NUSA. So which one is it? Are you a big time merc or are you a small fry? The game doesn't ever deign to tell you. Here, I'll actually sing some praises about Cyberpunk 2077. CDPR really knocked the atmosphere out of the park. I really believe that with all the high rises and the mega blocks that exist in Night City, I can believe that this place could really hold millions of people. The atmosphere is untouchable. Often driving around, you can pass through stores, market squares, neighborhoods, highways, urban downtown high-rises, ghettos, and slums, all of this in just a couple of minutes. There's such a density that makes Night City come to life. Here's a small tangent about driving, and I would like to say that the traction of the cars are just terrible. Okay, so my fault here is that I think it's laughable that I should drive safely in a video game. And the clips probably speak for themselves. When you're driving in third person, it almost feels like the speedometer is in the UI is lying to you. It tells you you're driving at 100 when it sort of feels like you're driving at 60. On the other hand, if you're driving in first person, it's kind of hard because of how small the window you have is, as well as the fact that none of the side view or rear view mirrors work in the car. But you definitely feel the speed when you drive, and it definitely made me drive slower. So you can either drive badly in first person because you have no vision, or you drive poorly in third person because you go too fast without slowing down. Now, finally, the world building also kind of suffers from a single question. Why would I want to be in the world of Cyberpunk where capitalism has ruined everything, where I can live in the real world where capitalism is currently ruining everything already? You could easily swap Yorinobu Arasaka with Elon Musk and Militech with Lockheed Martin. Like, there's murder, then there's hacking murder. There's amphetamines, then there's neo-amphetamines.
Wait, is that... Neo-amphetamine.
In real life, there's corporations bad, and in Cyberpunk, there's corporations super bad. I mean, okay, if you're watching a Cyberpunk movie, it can only last 2.5 hours, tops. When you're playing Cyberpunk 2077, the misery is everywhere, and it's all the time. I can't lie, it kind of wore me down after a while. You spend large parts of the game in the slums and ghettos of Night City, where the most neglected part of the populace live. Being sad and depressed, and it's not even the fault of CD Projekt Red or the authors that pioneered the cyberpunk genre. They're extremely accurate with how capitalism will ruin the future. But in that vein, I have to say that you don't have to be Johnny Silverhand to grab a nuclear warhead and blow up Arasaka Tower. You can just buy a drone, strap a pressure cooker to it, then drop it on Elon Musk's private jet. Can I say that? Am I gonna get into trouble? Guys, can I say that? I didn't mean to do that, man. Excuse me. I didn't know you were there. I want to talk about all the endings too, and they generally converge into the same choice, with a few exceptions like the devil, and I'll talk about that one too. I'll talk about one of the resolutions to Phantom Liberty. But even before that, I have to say that near the end of the game, there's a scene where Johnny would tell you, if it comes down to it, he would take the fall so that V could live. He would be fine with being removed from V's head. This is important to know for the devil ending. In the devil ending, you go to Arasaka to get help to fix the chip. This makes the most sense to begin with, they are the ones that made it after all. And Johnny will always berate you if you ever think about doing the Arasaka ending. The reason that Johnny is so opposed to this is that Arasaka will take the relic and the experimental data on you, then use it to unlock true immortality tech, consolidating Yorinobu Arasaka as king of the world. So, there's the reason you wouldn't take this path, right? Well, here's the thing. The devil ending is the only ending in the game where V will survive and continue his life before the relic, and the only one where Johnny will always yell at you for. So, which one is it, Johnny? Are you willing to die for me? Or are you willing to let me die just to spite Arasaka? Okay, the other endings are also a bit baffling. A lot of the other endings lead you to fighting Atom Smasher, choosing either Johnny or V to live in the body, and then the other one gets to travel with Alt Cunningham through the Black Wall and have new adventures or something. If V stays in his body, he will die in a couple of months, so in my first playthrough, I let Johnny have my body and go to have a new adventure beyond the Black Wall. There's no Fallout New Vegas style ending here where they tell you the impact of your adventures, but you get to have calls from all the people you know. Victor, Panam, Judy, Rogue, Saul, River Ward, and Kelly. I think his name's Carrie? I'll call you. In my first ending, all these people call me, and they don't know what happened to V.
Hey V, I know you're a free bird and all, and you're gonna do what you want when you want. But you could at least let me know you're alive, you know? I don't want to say anything, but you missed your last checkup. And like I told you a million times, just call when you can, okay? See ya.
All the while, Johnny's out there piloting my body and ignoring their calls, I assume. Johnny, what the fuck are you doing? All you have to do is send a text to all of my friends that V passed away and now Johnny has taken over. All of V's friends deserve that little piece of closure at least. What is he even doing with your body? Does he have a plan? It looks to me like he's just going to fuck off Night City on the nearest bus. Can anyone answer to me who this fucking deadbeat is? In my second playthrough, Johnny chowed out and V stayed with only 2 months left to live. After a time skip, V seems to be the best merc in Night City, but this has strained his relationship with their partner. You don't get a choice in this, by the way. You don't get the choice to live out the rest of your days in peace. You just always forsake your partner just to become a legend in Night City. Like, V, buddy, get in the hospital bed and take it easy. You killed Adam Smasher. What more are you trying to prove? I might be contradicting myself here, but this ending is the one that's closest to the blaze of glory I wrote about earlier. But there's one last thing missing. The dying part. The last scene we have is V going to a space casino for a big heist. Does he live or does he die? Even if V dies in the scene, I don't want the blaze of glory to be entirely out of players' hands, where they get to watch passively as the V they've made dies in a cutscene. Is this what people mean when there's no good endings in Cyberpunk? Because all the endings are written like garbage? All the endings are bad because they're written badly? The whole no good endings in Night City is laughable too, by the way. Where are the bad endings? Are they all concentrated on Evelyn Parker? I talked about how there's this weird dimensional rift with Maiko in Judy's questline, but at least in this case you can get a choice. Take Panam's questline for example. When you complete the questline, she will always reconcile with her family and become leader of the Aldecaldos. You don't get any choice or influence Panam's decisions in any way. There is no quest state where she lives alone and the Aldecaldos die off with no new leadership. River Ward is even more egregious in my opinion. This whole ass adult is confused when his superior, a police officer, is corrupt. He tries to get his superior arrested, but only gets booted off the force. Why doesn't he get killed for trying to be a whistleblower against the Night City Police Department? When Claire transitions to a woman, why doesn't she get worse at driving than die in a car crash? I'll leave you on a positive note. In Phantom Liberty, you can either dick ride the government and sell out Songbird for the government doctors to heal you, or you can free Songbird, but be on your own to try and solve the problem with the relic. I do think that not being a sellout is more true to character and gets you a better ending where it supports one of the themes of the game. And this is actually one of the moments where I can still complain about Johnny, because Johnny suddenly becomes neutral and says, oh geez, V, I really don't know what I would pick. Like, bro, you should be saying, fuck the government, fuck Idris Elba, fuck Rosalind Myers, Songbird is hot and we should save her. Like, why do you suddenly have a change of heart here? And everything I say here about the endings is important because it's the last thing I do before I uninstall the game. It's the last thing that happens. It sours the way I think about the game as a whole. When it fumbles, I view the whole game in a more negative light. I'm not a baby that needs happy endings, but I just need endings that are written well. If Evelyn Parker commits suicide, then let me at least feel the scene, without Johnny quipping like a retard. Yeah, the combat feels really good. The shooting feels super good. But unfortunately, it's just not interesting enough for an 80-hour campaign. Let me explain. The enemies don't really counter your build in any way, shape, or form. You don't have to interact with them. You execute the same battle plan every time for each fight. They just have more health. They take a bullet to the head better at higher levels. It's actually kind of lazy. If you're mainly a shooting build, you might just have more fun. I think the game's done very well if you're considering it as an FPS. But in my second playthrough, I was a 20 int netrunner. Without having to use a gun, I would press shift, scroll down to whatever hack I wanted, and I would instantly 100 to 0 most enemies in the game. This got really boring really quickly. And do I even have to talk about stealth players? They walk in, shoot everything in the head, and then the interaction between you and the enemies are reduced even further. This isn't the fault of CD Projekt Red, but the worst thing I've ever seen are these YouTube videos where people show off their variation of a stealth build, where they clear an area of goons with no problem whatsoever, like they're on creative mode. If you find yourself watching one, just notice that the enemies have no counterplay whatsoever. They stand there taking bullets to the head. It feels like you're watching those Chinese TikToks where every person is throwing for the clip.
Nigga wanna see me fall.
Alright, I've been overwhelmingly negative to Cyberpunk 2077. You might even bite back at me with the 80-hour figure that I keep bringing up. Because how could I finish a game I hate for 80 hours, then do a second playthrough? Well, it's because Cyberpunk 2077 has insane set pieces, and it has insane number of insane set pieces. Tag teaming a gangster boss with Jackie Wells, the escape after the heist goes wrong, rescuing Evelyn Parker with Judy, raiding the rapid shift that double-crossed Pan Am, Hanako's parade, it's banger into banger into banger. All of this happens in the first 12-ish hours of Cyberpunk 2077. But what can I do when the set piece is over, when we have to leave the quest area? Trying to think about it doesn't do it justice. Trying to remember it just as it happened isn't the same. It just happened and now it's gone. And I think it's a shame that the greatest strength of Cyberpunk 2077 is something that is so easily forgotten, at least by me. Similarly, this sums up my problem with Johnny. He can hit you with some zinger one-liners, but that's all they are. One-liners. I might laugh, and I think I have a clip where I definitely do.
You know what's worse than a corpo? A
Wannabe corpo bitch.
might go.
But that's it. When I stop laughing, I don't like Johnny more than I did before. The bulk of the 70 hours can either be gorgeous set pieces, combat that feels really good but can get super samey, or talking to NPCs. Walking and talking, or worse, being held prisoner in a car while they talk to you while they drive to a quest area. It actually reached a point where I started killing any optional NPCs before I have to endure any more dialogue with them.
Where'd you come from?
It was just downstairs. You want to talk about this? We best get a move on.
I'm not going anywhere without my ride. It's sitting in the garage.
Earlier, I showed a clip of Avowed, and I think that Avowed has all the opposite problems that Cyberpunk 2077 has. Nobody gave a single shit about it, there was no hype, there's no cool action scenes, nobody cares about the Pillars of Eternity IP, but I finished it. And I think that the greatest strength is that its writing is consistent throughout, talking about imperialism and colonialism with grace. In the first town you reach, the Adirian officials have bought out the nicer residences in the city, leaving the natives to live in the nearby slums. You hear about becoming a vassal to the Adirian Empire, and that would cause this island to eventually be taxed to death, with the young able-bodied men being sent to die in Adirian wars. Doesn't this sound depressingly similar? I don't know about you, but this revolts me in a way that's hard to describe. Cyberpunk 2077 and Avowed both have mid-combat, but when Avowed sticks the ending, I think of it fondly, even though it's definitely worse than Cyberpunk. When Cyberpunk 2077 fumbles all its endings, I get so mad and confused that I write this 5,000 word script. To conclude the conclusion, I don't know. I'm sorry if your favorite game is Cyberpunk 2077 and I've just wasted your time bashing it in a blind rage. Maybe I can't talk about a different game next time? I really like Bioshock 2 and I would really love to play it and share it with y'all. I mean, I say y'all as if any people are watching. Y'all who are likely my friends who I know in real life. Hi Arif, hi Hamza, and hi Izzat. I feel like those three would actually watch my video to the end. Bye!
Chatter's pointless. That's enough. Stevenson can't be distracted. He has to focus now.
I mean, you could easily swap Yorinobu Arasaka with Elon Musk and Militech with Lockheed Martin. Lockheed Martin? What? All of these friends that you made in Night City all of these friends that you made in Night City deserve... all of these friends deserve that... Okay, yeah, here we go. All of these friends that deserve... What the hell? Superior is corrupt. He tries to get his superior arrested, but... I'm dying here. When Claire transitions to a woman, why doesn't she get worse at driving than die in a car crash? Okay, wait, we can do that a little better, right? Let's go.
Wait, what? You're just gonna leave?
Yeah, done.
Wait, what? You're just gonna leave?
I don't believe it.
Wait, what? You're just gonna leave?
I don't believe it.
I cannot believe it. Well,
I don't believe
Well,
it.
how to soft lock yourself? Well,
Soft lock to myself. Wait, I can't call my car! Oh shit!
Cause you're inside. Holy shit!
I have
Wait,
to...
what? You're just gonna leave?
yeah, you open now. Yeah, just do it in the car, bro.
I don't know what to leave. Oh shit! Well, I can't. Am I
Kimura, get me out of here!
Kimura,
Wait,
this
what?
can't be fucking
You're
real.
just gonna
Wait.
leave?
Okay, take control.
No fucking this guy is cooked. This guy is fucking cooked, bro. The Vietnam War wasn't that long ago.
Wait, when did the Vietnam War take place?
After
like-
World War II, bro.
Bro, it's like
It's like 2000s. Was it in 2000s? No, it's not 2000s. It's like 1980.
It's
right?
in the 2000s.
2000 as well,
1975. 1970s.
Where am I going, bro? Where are you taking me?
Wait, what are you playing?
No, I got the dates for the Vietnam War confused with the incident at the Twin Towers. So I actually said it's in the 2000s. And I was like, what?
A crazy luck, both of you.
Maybe you brought it with you.
Yeah, that's me, bro. I stopped 9/11.
Ada TD.
Shit. Damn! Looks at the plane. Damn, this is terrible.
Some fucking nightmare.
I'm on certified as responder though.
All of
Oh shit!
Oh yeah, I might need to actually take one day. Yeah, you're right.
Don't lose, so keep it together, bro. Like, shut the fuck up. I don't care about the president of the United States, bro.
Look alive.
Alright. Sync to a radio frequency. Hear me okay?
Loud and clear. Would you care to tell me what the fuck is going on?
We
Wow.
have a plan we need to stick to. Elizabeth Crest Street.
Wow.
That's where we need to go. The streets are too hot.
How does he keep doing it?
Like literally.
You'll take old
The
metro
fucking
tunnels, find the nearest
patrol car is gonna come over. Like, I was like, oh, I'll report this.
Guys, we need some help, guys. Can you just knock us over?
There's like no fucking way.
It's okay, I know how to solve this one. Come on, blow up, quickly! What the fuck? Yes!
Confirmed suspect presence in the area. Better find him soon.
Please help!
Optics failing.
Okay, friends, road's all
Oh
yours.
my god. I can't believe my fucking eyes.
President,
Yes.
we will get you out of this.
I'm not my chief concern.
I guess I'm walking there. I don't know, my car is not summoning. How about the Tanishi T400? Alright, man.
Oh my god.
Like, I'm really like sorry, but like my car is like
It's just
All units in the area.
sorry.
stealing right in front of the police is crazy. Man.
My car doesn't want to move! My car doesn't want to move! Okay.
You actually stole the car in front of the patrol car.
Back to the terminal now.
Okay, I'll save.
Need to delta through fast.
Suicide, main hall.
Train right to the launch pad.
Wow, getting trace.
No! How do they know?
Getting trace.
Failed.
Oh,
Boom.
thank God.
Boom. No, I don't want to climb. Get through here.
Oh, go. You don't know.
Somber. Oh, stop pulling. Bro, I'm so sorry, bro. This is the really wrong way.
Not quite done yet. Don't get killed.
Where are you, Songbird? You're following me? Oh my god, it's hell in here.
Actually not killing anyone.
Oh my god. Hey, bang. Chill, bang. I'm just a civilian, man. Wait for the elevator.
Oh, that's not the Kobe's.
Alright. Everybody just get that. Come on, the door from there.
Oh my god. Oh my god. What is this playthrough, man? Somebody's playing shot to shit. What is this playthrough, man? Oh my god.
What is... Yeah. Keep drilling, bro. What is bro actually doing? Okay, now okay. Come see me in Dogtown. This is the genuine worst apart. Dog, that place is a fucking slum, bro. Do not bring your girl down to the Dogtown apartment, bro. No.
See you soon, V.
Okay, what did she just do? I've been touched by a baddie. This is what happens to me. This is what happens to my vision too when I see. Yo, Shay's back.